Yeah.
Okay, so for our work session, we have community events update, Thomas Mural update, and 2020 chalk art event update. Who has community event update?
I do
What
and
do
you
you-
do.
Yeah.
We do.
Becky had mentioned that
Well,
Sandra
I
would
have,
be
yeah,
giving an
I've
update
got
on
two
that.
events and you've got chalk art,
Right.
that's right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we met again and haven't made a lot of progress, but we're gonna have two events, one in the middle of February or February 21st and 22nd, a 2-day thing, hopefully up at the senior center on the upstairs part. Inviting the public.
2-day thing?
Yeah. That's that Friday
So
and
people who
Saturday.
couldn't
Because
come on one day may be able to come on the other
Right.
day, so.
you generally, if
How
you.
many hours each day?
Couple,
Not, I think we were talking about 2 to 3 hours every day.
yeah, probably 3 hours,
Staggered.
just like we did with
Like
the.
an open house kind of thing?
Yeah, kind of an open house
Yeah.
drop-in and.
And the dates are what?
Well, we're trying for the 21st and 22nd, that's a Friday and Saturday, February. But they're not taking reservations for dates in February yet. She said, call back in December, which is like next week, so I'll call back.
Call right back.
I know, here I am.
Actually, I thought we made pretty good headway on that, cause we got the dates established, we got what we really wanna get out of it, and,
But
some
you know what,
different-
I was mixing up my notes with the formal and the informal, so I was going by my memory saying,
Oh,
I don't know why, it's for public opinion on what we want and need. and
yeah, to ask.
Using a flip chart if
Yeah.
they have one. Does the city have a flip chart?
Is this the, just introduction to the art commission?
No, that,
meeting?
the introduction will be our fancy one in April.
This one's to find out what kind of items people think they want in the community
What should, yeah,
art-wise.
what should we,
And what we
work on?
want, what Sandy wants to represent Sandy, as far as.
yeah, what do they think?
Is it
What
a
do people
turtle,
think
or
of
is it
when-
an elk, or, yeah, something like that.
A turtle.
I just, you know.
Giant turtle.
Do you have the
again.
date on the April one?
What were we trying for? We were trying for April 18th. And we were thinking of, the only place we can think of, because the Sandy's Community Center won't be done yet, or the action, is, Ant Farm. Cause that's the only place that's.
Have we checked on that, see if it's.
No,
available?
not yet, but.
Are you gonna do that piece? Is that
Yeah.
you or Becky?
Oh, well, I'm doing both, doesn't matter.
Okay,
I can go in and check and get us penciled in anyway.
yeah, that'd be a good idea,
Yeah.
cause there's lots.
And
of
then
them.
next week, when's the first? After next week, I'll go in
Yeah.
and
Okay,
stand in the doorway
Wonderful.
at Community Center.
Sandy to schedule, okay.
And then, let's see. Well, we were trying to figure out how to make, I said we should bake, oh no, that's making money. That was for the chalk contest. For April 18th, we would get a more formal get-together, introducing the commissioners, defining the goals, have raffle, wine, coffee, whatever, maybe have the Ant Farm, pay them to make some little hors d'oeuvre things or pastries like they've done for other events. And what's wrong?
Oh, no, I was just thinking, they wanted me to do a solo show there, maybe I could ask them if that one's available.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, but since all the commissioners will be there, we might wanna have a combination of people.
Or if there's other people, yeah, that's a good idea, do an art.
So that, because we're
commission.
introducing ourselves,
That'd
so
be
why
fun.
not
Yeah.
have,
Oh, yeah.
something
That's a
on
great idea.
display?
For April, we'd have to check on it to see if it's.
Yeah, we'll check with
scheduled
Jennifer.
out.
You're gonna go there? You're gonna,
You know, I can, I don't mind, cause I can check with Jennifer, I can check with,
okay, why don't you just go ahead and do the one for the 18th, and we do like 4 to 8.
And you'll check on the art piece, if we can do that, that'd be kind of fun.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it would be cool if each person had
Mm-hmm.
some
Yeah.
of their art, so when you're talking to people, this is the kind of thing.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay, and,
Thomas Mural, who's updating that one? Are you updating Thomas Mural?
I'm not working on the Thomas Mural.
no.
I
think
Is
that
that
was
the one
the-
from the front of the building here?
The Thomas
Yeah.
mural?
Yeah, yeah, that's the one I'm working on, but there's.
You were to
You're-
give that update per Becky.
Oh, I was,
Yes.
okay, so we're working on a Thomas mural, and, we're getting close to being done. I painted 2 horses, so, there's just lots going on with it, but, we're heading to the end of it pretty soon. Probably just another good week would probably tie everything up, so. It's been a lot of fun. Actually, I like painting inside rather than
Well,
outside in the
And
heat.
you're sweating or freezing, right?
Yeah, yeah. So it's been really fun, and Becky's very organized, so it's really been,
Oh,
really
good.
kinda good.
Good.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, we noticed.
And she knows she's watching right now, don't you?
I'm sure.
Hi, Becky.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, she's got nothing better to do
Do in
in
Hawaii
than
than
watch
look at
us.
this.
Oh, no, hi Becky. No, she's probably watching us.
I can add a little bit to that as well.
Yeah.
The ledger boards have been replaced on the front of City Hall, so when that
Okay.
is ready to be reinstalled, we're all set.
Cool.
We'll just need to figure out the trim pieces for around the mural. We haven't got that far yet, but that's
Yeah.
still kind of a work in progress, I
Yeah.
think, until we can get final measurements again and have kind of everything pieced together to make sure we get the trimming to
Okay.
fit correctly.
We've got, I got the paint chips, so we could probably match up the paint
Perfect.
chips, so.
Um,
Becky has those, so.
Good. And then at Becky's request, we did get some mural shield
Yeah.
ordered, so that's
Uh-huh.
been delivered, I think, last week.
Oh, good.
So we have that ready to go as soon as we can get a contractor to apply it.
To this mural or?
To this mural, to
Okay.
the Thomas mural.
Okay.
The Roger Cook mural, I believe Becky has made some arrangements with an employee that works at Ace Hardware that
Oh.
has some spraying, spraying business on the side, I believe.
Okay.
Has done lots of spraying work and is very qualified to do it. So I'm
Very
not sure
cool.
what the date
Very
of that
cool.
is.
Yeah, that's great.
But
I
we do
have
have the
heard that.
materials ready to use once weather cooperates.
Yeah,
and-
that'd be a while.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That'd
so
be
I'm
a
sure it'll
while.
be a while, but we have it, it's in-house, so
Wonderful.
we can move quickly once we do have some breaks in the weather and
That's
people on
great.
board to do it.
Mhm. Wonderful.
Is this all the information for the plaque?
Yes.
Of course, it's big print. Cool.
It's a
I was
lot.
gonna add that to our changes to the agenda, just to,
Oh, okay. So we just-
and I didn't get that quite in time to get added to the agenda.
Okay.
Okay, and then we have top art event update.
Sandra and Carl and Becky and I met to get started on this next round. Couple of things we decided, and still a lot more things need to be figured out. We decided we're gonna broaden the theme from, it won't just be rain down the drain, it'll be clean water, so we're expanding a little bit just to allow artists more possibilities. And we are not gonna try to get into the classrooms and make it such an educational thing. That doesn't seem to be working well, so we're gonna drop that. We're gonna make it more art focused and more of a party rather than a contest, which is intimidating. We're gonna do, I don't know what we're gonna call it, a party,
Yeah, we didn't come up with
chalk
a.
art, we didn't come up with really a name.
With a real name, yeah.
Yeah.
right.
So we need a name for our theme. We know we're gonna broaden it to clean water, but we need something catchy. And, just a name for the whole event. We're gonna do it 2 weeks before the, Mountain Festival, so we don't run into the 4th of July problem that we ran into last year. So it's not gonna be associated with the Mountain Festival.
So it's gonna be in mid-June, is that what it is?
Yeah,
No,
no.
because the second
No.
weekend of July is the Mountain Festival. So 2
It'll
weeks
be at the-
before would be like the first or
It'll be
third week.
The end of June or the very beginning of July, whatever the,
Okay.
Right.
whatever the weekend is. We're gonna do, a $5 buy-in fee,
Mhm.
and then we will sell chalk cheap, at cost. Anything
And
I'm
the $5 well, to make it a $5 donation per person, and then we can say we're giving a percentage to the sewer plant or to.
I think that we decided we weren't gonna do the percentage thing, cause $5 is such a small amount, and if you get if we don't get that many people, then that's kind of
Mm.
silly to say we're gonna use a percentage of $5 for something, so I think we tabled that.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And is there a
So-
professional involved or anything? Are you gonna be consulting anybody or
No.
designs and whatnot? Okay,
Signs of.
Designs for what?
What?
for the chalk art.
And we would like to have one
Well-
professional person, hire one that
Well,
comes,
Carl
so we
had
get
the-
more of a draw.
Carl had the idea of hiring this Portland artist that does, the 3D art.
3D,
Yeah.
Just to
right.
attract people.
Mhm.
So we'll see what he comes up with that.
Okay.
And then we talked about things like having a band and just making it a party atmosphere.
And my husband has a trio, so he can do
He has a trio?
he's been a drummer since he was a kid.
Cool.
We also talked about, getting the chamber involved and having them help us approach businesses.
That'd be great, yeah.
So
Yeah.
getting donations from businesses, so there's lots of prizes and, I don't know, raffles and, you know,
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Yeah, we just don't get too into so many divisions of the types of things that it's complicated and can't,
we
it's
need
like.
to make it simple because we don't know what the response is gonna be, and if it's complicated, then that's weird.
No, first, second, third.
So I think that's the end of that, unless anybody has any questions or anything more to say about that. Okay. I really would like to talk a little bit about our empty seat.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He was gonna
Okay.
talk about it.
Do you wanna talk about it now or during the,
We can do it now, there's no decision-making behind it, so I
Okay.
can just kinda inform you of
Just an
where things
update.
are at right now. So what the, posting was open for about 2 weeks, we had 2 applicants. We opted to post it longer,
Mhm,
so it's
mhm.
open now until the 30th of November, in hopes that we'll get some more applicants to come through. And at some point, we will just need to close it and work with the applicants that we've received, in an effort to fill the vacant position, but also just, to timely fill it and, tie up any loose ends. So the hope, if we can get some additional applicants, before the 30th, would be, we would have interviews with city council on December 16th.
Mhm.
And they would ideally appoint someone at that meeting, in which case they would be able to attend the meeting in December
Mhm.
for the actual commission. So, my original hopes of trying to get someone to be in attendance for this meeting were not so lucky. It was a little too aggressive, I think, with that 2-week timeline to start with. But I think, worst case scenario, we just have the 2 applicants that we currently have. Council interviews those, and then one of them would be appointed and be ready to serve at the
I know
December
one
meeting.
other lady, but what's the gentleman's name? Do you know?
Let me
Just
take a
trying to see if
look
I
and
know.
see.
And can you tell us anything
Linda
about
Malone.
him?
I can forward
Mayor
the
for 18
application
years, yeah.
onto the
Please-
commissioners.
please do.
We historically haven't received a lot of information on the applications for any of our appointed positions because they end up going before council and having an interview for, planning commission
Yeah,
and
so we don't
for
have
arts
say in
commission.
it, it's them.
Yeah.
But the other individuals, the two applicants so far, Gregory Kula,
How do you spell
and-
that?
I'm sorry?
How do you spell that last name?
Kulla. And, former mayor Linda Malone would be the second applicant.
Linda Malone.
Mhm.
Well, I'm sorry I didn't know earlier that this was happening, cause I just feel pretty strongly that the word should get out other than just on the Sandy website, because who reads that, frankly?
Sure.
I think it should have gone out in the Sandy Post, and I would have been happy to call Brittany and give her the details, except I didn't know about it until it was about to close. So, I don't know what we can do about that now. She can't, even if I call her now, she couldn't put it in the paper tomorrow. So,
I was under the impression that some form of, I don't wanna use the term interview, but some sort of meeting happened between, I thought, Becky and Brittany, about the Arts Commission, and that there was going to be some information in the post.
I haven't seen any.
But I
Apparently
can
not,
follow
because I
up
just
and
met with
see.
Becky and I said if there's time, I'll go ahead and call Brittany, because,
I turned off the lights upstairs, I didn't realize
That's fine.
this was happening.
We're good, thank you, Mike.
Alright.
Well, I'll do some research and see, if we need to extend it, I mean, we can, that's ultimately council's, determination on how long
Right.
they want to leave that open.
Well, we could get it in for next Wednesday.
Becky, I printed out this email that, Becky had a string of emails, and this is, Sandy Arts Commission mission and stuff about what we do and the basics, but she didn't say what.
That was for people a lady called in and asked, what exactly is the Art Commission? And what are you doing? And so I asked her to send a copy to myself. And
Oh, okay.
To see, I wanted to see what she was telling people, so.
Okay, that's what this is.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Well, some of this is the kind of thing that should go in a little article in the Post.
Yeah. Well, you can have Brittany put it in next Wednesday.
Right.
Why not?
She's pretty good about that last minute stuff, but, when we all got in, it was in the in the
Yeah.
Sandy Post.
Anybody
so-
have her contact info?
or
No,
email?
just at the Sandy Post.
Okay.
I can
Pamphlet News.
email you her email later today, or after the meeting.
Okay, that'd be great. Okay, we'll do that.
Is there any other items we need to discuss in our work session? Lou, did you have anything?
I do. I
Mhm.
just wanted to know, the mural that you guys are working on?
Yes.
When and where are you guys working on it?
We're over in Cedar Creek, the old
Cedar Ridge.
Cedar Ridge, sorry,
bunker.
Cedar Creek. Where
The bunker building.
The bunker, it's like, I can't.
Next
I
door to
haven't-
the skate park. You know where the
Okay,
skate park
yeah,
I know
it's
the
right
skate
by
park is, yes.
Yeah, it's
Right
right
next
It's
to
that
that,
building
right back
that
in
has
there.
a
The
lo-
building that's behind the skate park.
It's the best of all the buildings.
And it's not good.
Well, no, but it's a lot better than the school parts.
Well, then that's scary.
Yeah, but you weren't there the other night, were you?
No, I didn't go to that whole thing, but yeah.
Oh, well, it's not scary at all compared to.
No, I mean, that's what's scary is the other parts of it.
Oh, yeah, the other parts where they
The
can tear
mural
it
is
down
on
and
hold now, cause
put in
Becky's
ice skating
gone, right?
rinks.
They what?
On hold until after Christmas, cause Becky's gone?
Yeah. Yeah, we're not doing anything when Becky's gone.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not gonna do anything for a while?
No, not for 3 weeks? Isn't she gone for 3 weeks? Yeah.
Okay, I just,
Did you wanna come over and take a picture or something?
yeah, that's what I wanted, just
Would you like to
pictures
paint?
I'm better with a camera in my hand.
Okay.
If you take a look at the inside of my house, you'll understand how I get all the paintbrushes.
See all those little spots.
I do, I admit it. No, I.
Yeah, but tell her, she's there painting. Are you done painting?
No, I have to go back and do some horses.
Oh.
Process
So you can
about-
go when she's there.
Well, that's what I'm asking you.
But I'm not going until
75%
Becky
done,
comes
though.
back.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, Becky doesn't want anybody there
Oh,
until Becky's.
Okay, sorry, I didn't hear that part.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah. So,
And
anything?
if you wanna come check it out, I'm happy to meet you over there and
No,
take a look.
I wanna get it when people are actually physically
Okay.
doing the work.
Okay.
Anything else? Did you have anything?
Let's see, was there anything on my sketchy notes? Why did we write down mural presentation and funds?
We were gonna do a mural presentation stand out where the mural's at, to kinda do a presentation, and she wanted to have something covering the plaque and then take that off to do a,
Oh, right.
yeah,
Right.
so. Pam, do you have anything?
No?
I mean, if you wanna talk about the potential, plaque, we can do that now, but if
Yeah,
you don't
let's
need to
do
wait
that.
until later.
All of this is going on the plaque, all of this?
Yes, so this is what Becky had forwarded me and asked that I, get a copy to each of you so you could review it. The workshop isn't for decision-making, activities, but it's a good time to discuss, so if there's changes or anything you'd like to see edited, you're feedback is welcome. I'll give you a moment to read through it, but essentially this is what would go on the plaque next to Peaceful Vista Mural.
I remember this is really large print, and it'll be on
But it should be
the,
about.
probably landscape.
Yeah.
That's gonna be easy to
Sesquicentennial, where
read.
the heck did she get that word? People will be looking that one up.
It's awful long.
It is. I think it's, what's the word for, a little too lofty? Sesquicentennial. What does that even mean?
Well, it had the sesquicentennial, but I forgot. Yeah, we could probably cut down.
I'm gonna guess that's 150.
Oh, that
I had
could
to
be,
take
yeah.
a wild guess, just based on, when Oregon became a state, I think that was 1845 or something.
1859, I think it's right on the
1859,
flag.
oh, it's on the flag, thank you. Well, I don't know the definition of that word, but I'm happy to look it up for you.
Well, are we gonna use the guy in town here, or are you city using somebody else?
I'm not sure what Becky had in mind as far as who we were using to create, or to actually, create the plaque. She had mentioned to me that it would take a couple months to have manufactured, so I don't know where that's coming from. We didn't get that far in
And
our
were we gonna do,
conversation.
where are we getting funds for that? Is that coming out of our art budget or what?
Pull up correspondence.
'Cause I thought we were,
No, I have funds,
we
so
looking
that
for
means
grants or something for that?
we don't get a grant for
For a
$30.
plaque. It's only $30.
Well, I don't know, but even if it's 100, I don't think you get a grant for $100.
Right.
Yeah, or in regards to funding, I don't really know at this point. We didn't get that far in the discussion either, but I can easily locate. I do think that depending on the cost, though, council might be willing to contribute some money for a plaque out of a different, budgetary source. This, might be a long or a lot of information for a plaque, but I do think that some of it's really
Yeah, so it's.
useful. I knew nothing about
Yeah.
that plaque.
The whole top part and the bottom
Um,
part, and then we might be able to shorten the
Yeah.
center. But if we have who's ever doing it, mock up one. They always do a mock first.
It does seem
And-
long, but I don't know what you'd eliminate.
I think that's the tough
But
part.
That's it, do it in this landscape, so
Mhm.
that.
Except maybe
There's-
It does mean 150, so my
Oh,
guess
it
was right.
does.
My math was wrong, but
Very good.
my hunch was correct.
Very good.
I mean, I think that the information is valuable, just most people aren't gonna go down to the historical museum to find out more on their own, right? If you're walking
Mhm.
by, you
Yeah,
can probably
right.
stop and take a look and read it. But as we know, a lot of people don't do their own research. They kind of need it forced out to them
Yeah.
to become informed of certain things, so,
Oh, yeah,
Becky's very
absolutely.
open
Plus
to
you can have the top
feedback.
part and the bottom part a little larger and have the center part a little smaller. I mean, I think they can do it.
And maybe if the commission is, relatively fine with the content, then we can move on to some mock-ups and see how we can make certain areas, like Sandy mentioned, a little bit larger print, so you can maybe read that better from far away, and
Mhm.
the
Yeah.
more detailed piece a little bit smaller for when you're actually walking by it and see it, more in person.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
think anything that would sort of highlight the title and the artist, so you could see it from the street, would be a really nice feature to have, just my own 2 cents.
This is true.
A lot of people don't recognize or realize the name in the lower right-hand corner. It's a little bit easier to spot now since it's been
Yeah.
restored.
Yeah, they just
But
go.
just kind of highlighting, the local artists that really
Mhm. Yeah.
put a lot of effort into that in the very beginning might be a nice touch
Yeah.
to have that a little bit bolder or larger font.
So Becky
Mhm.
created this. This is just Becky's creation.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, it's all right with me.
She
Well,
did
I-
ask for my feedback on the lower portion of the page, the Restoration 2019, where it says City of Sandy's Arts Commission initiated the restoration of this mural with the support from the community and its volunteers. So I'm gonna, get some sort of sign off from council. Is it the in conjunction with the city council, the arts commission did this, or, you know, make sure that they're happy with that sentence, just so that credit's obviously due to the arts commission for making it a priority and for funding its restoration, but we wanna make sure that, you know, if council wants a nod for creating the arts commission and really
Yeah.
making arts more of a priority than it was
Right.
done in the past, just
Right.
making sure that they're included if that's the desire.
Yeah. Well, especially if they'll pay for the plaque, then it can be city is handed down.
That might be the catch, right?
Tell you what we're
City
gonna
of
do.
Sandy.
The letters just got bigger.
Yeah, yeah. There you go. Okay, we got 2 minutes. I have a gal that does proofreading. I'm thinking about letting her flip through that and see.
Well, that's for typos.
No,
Grammar.
she also does
Just for grammar.
grammar and
Grammar,
whatnot,
yeah.
so
Yeah,
I-
it looks pretty good, but
It
that'd
does
be a
look
good
pretty
idea if
good.
you're gonna put it on plaque.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It does look good, but maybe nothing. Maybe nothing. It should feel good.
I would help paint the Thomas mural too, but my husband told me he'd go to Europe without me if I pulled out again, cause I spent the whole month of August painting the other one.
Yeah. Said not again. Yeah, spread the wealth. It's much easier doing this one though, so much easier, cause you can kinda get back from it. more
Yeah.
than you couldn't that one.
Without getting run over.
Yeah, right, exactly. Okay, so our regular meeting is going to start right now. So we do pledge allegiance, no community input right now, so I'm gonna put it here, so. We stand for the pledge of allegiance, let me stand.
What?
Oh, okay. I pledge allegiance to the flag for which it stands,
Oh.
one, what?
I didn't say it. Okay, start over. Flag.
Of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I didn't hear what you said.
I didn't say.
Oh.
You said something.
Well, somebody said something in the wrong order, and I was just
Yeah.
Okay.
going on and.
Okay, blame it on me, I don't know.
Okay, so
I didn't
now we
hear
have,
myself.
so, the roll call, we're all here.
Okay.
Becky's excused and Adam's excused for illness. Any changes to the agenda?
No formal change, although I did wanna provide the commission with a quick budget update, and
Yes.
we can either do that now or move it to the end, whatever is convenient.
I think now would be great.
Okay. I need to just make that a standing agenda item for you, but I haven't edited the back end of our agenda software, so
Okay.
we'll get that corrected moving forward. So the commission will likely recall that your total budget for the biennium is $8,000. There's been a couple of different expenditures that you've had so far. Part of that was related to the chalk art contest.
Mhm.
Most recently, it's been the mural restorations.
Mhm.
And then, so the total of those two items, is just under $1,200. The mural shield supplies were just under $600, but we used the donations that were received for mural restoration that we've gotten thus far, which is $170, to pay for part of that. So the commission will be picking up about $420 there for the remainder of those supplies. And that's gonna give you a remaining balance, to date of $6,377.99. So I think that you've really done a lot of good work so far with the budget that you've been allocated. And the commissioners have done a fantastic job of finding free or very reduced
Yes.
services where you can.
Mhm.
You know, obviously we owe a great deal of thanks to AEC and ACE for the
Yes.
scissor lift and supplies. And,
Yes.
we got thank you cards out for them after the
Good.
original
Great.
mural was taken care of. But yeah, you know, you've spent a fair amount of your budget, but you've gotten a lot of work done.
Is that a
with
calendar budget? I don't know.
It's a 2-year budget.
It's a 2-year
Mhm.
budget, so.
Except for that first 4,000, we didn't know.
So we don't get money every year, it's every other year?
Yeah, so the city operates on a 2-year budget, so that $8,000 is for the biennium. But you know, you're almost 6 months through, a quarter of the way through, and you've spent less than a quarter of your budget, so my accounting hat says good job. And you know, we'll continue to look at other funding options for things like the plaque or,
Okay.
I think that once we get going on applying the clear coat and the graffiti coat for the murals, we can look at other avenues for payment for those vendors.
Mhm.
The city can easily pick up, I shouldn't say easily, the city has much more flexibility in picking up the cost of the mural shield for the murals that are on city property.
Yeah.
As you may recall, it's been the Peaceful Vistas mural that was the really point of contention because we didn't have necessarily a legal claim to it, therefore
Sure.
we couldn't expend some of the public dollars that we had on it. So if we can get that one sealed and then look at other funding options for the other various murals, I think you guys will be sitting in a good
Yeah.
place going into
Yeah.
the new year.
Good. Any other changes? Any other additions? Okay, public comment, that would.
Be
nothing.
negatory.
Quiet out there. And so we're gonna consent the minutes from last time. Has everybody reviewed those?
I will say I was not here for the last meeting, so those minutes were drafted based on notes from both Commissioner Holly and Commissioner Smithstead, excuse me. The original draft that went out last Friday with the agenda packet, Becky pointed out 2 minor errors, so I did make those corrections.
I see that.
And the paper in front of you reflects those edits.
To remove some people, right? Was it? to
Yes,
remove-
it showed that Carl Exner was in attendance and he was not. And there was one other item, forgive me, I don't recall right off the top of my head what that was. Carl did not attend, but the commission itself discussed the Redmond Public Sculpture Program. I think the original text I had said that
Right.
Counselor Exner had provided.
Yeah, I don't know where that was, cause I haven't missed any meetings, but I didn't hear any of that with the Redmond. That was just Becky and Carl or something, that wasn't a whole meeting.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think that was brought up at the meeting.
It was not a meeting, that
Okay.
was a private
Okay.
situation.
So I can edit that if that is the motion that someone wants to,
Yeah.
I make a motion that we edit that out, cause it didn't happen.
okay.
I second that. All in agreement?
I agree.
Agree.
Specifically the Redmond art discussion.
Yeah.
program.
I'm looking for it.
Is that 1.3?
1.3.
So Commissioner
Oh, yeah.
Smithstead made that motion. Who seconded the motion? Thank you. I do not plan on missing any future meetings, but I had some personal matters that came up on short notice at that
Okay.
last,
That's fine, yeah, it happens.
last minute.
The other thing about the Redmond Public Arts brochure is Carl wasn't even there.
Correct.
Well,
And I
who
could
did
have
they meet-
misunderstood.
Who did they
people that
meet
had
with?
correct.
They met, Becky met with somebody,
She
remember?
did, Becky's always meeting with somebody.
I know, but she didn't pass it on. Anyway,
Okay, are we, is everything else okay with the
I
minutes?
think so.
Do we have a motion?
I move we approve the amendments.
I'll second.
All in agreement?
Yep.
Okay, passed. And if there's no other business to be had,
Bring
Nope.
out the lemonade and cookies.
then we can adjourn the meeting. Meeting is
Okay.
adjourned.
Anybody else? Did you have anything else?
Nope, don't we have to make a motion to adjourn?
Go ahead. I always
Motion
was
to
wanting to
adjourn.
take control.